Gamers, what is good? Sorry, I don't know. Anyways, I finally got my Fenrir Max Asym, I think it's what it's called, from G-Wolves, and I've been waiting for this thing. So I'm actually very excited to unbox this. As you can see, I have my WL mouse Meow right here. So that's been an experience. So that's gonna be something to also compare it to, especially for fingertip, as well as my Beast X Mini. So let's get this going. Let me not show you my address really quickly. All right, we got a box within a box, of course. We got the G-Wolves. We got the clay. Got 4 clay. So I've made a video about this, so if you want to see what I think about the clay, go ahead and watch that. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Let's see. We also get the arm sleeves, and they also gave you another bag. I'm not a fan of it just because it's a good bag, but it's just waste at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. The sleeves for each mouse also it's nice but excessive. I think it should be optional or something like that. I don't know, but from what I remember, the sleeves are okay. They're a little bit on the smaller end. Anyways, here it is, NFC. I don't know why it says that right there. Maybe that's for something else, but cool. Here we go. Here is the Fenrir Asym 8K. Has some art right there. I think this is AI art, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure, but at the very least, this is actually kind of nice. It's not so obviously AI that it's like gross. Also, it does give off actually a very, very realistic 3D effect. It actually like looks legit great. Huh. Nicest box, yeah. So let's see, what we got. We got the 100 milliamp battery. Damn, that's a small ass battery. Well, I mean, it is 20 grams. 3950. Can go up to 8K, which is insane if you want to use that for, 1 year lifetime. Okay, I think that's good. Does it say what switches are in here? I don't even think it says what switches in there. It says M1, M2. That doesn't help me. Anyways, let us get this open. Hopefully this hasn't been reflective, and I should probably check that if it's like face revealing me on accident. Plastic has almost face revealed me on accident before. I dropped something. We're fine. Everything's fine. Anyways, here it is. NFC again. I really wonder what that's about. I don't know why it says that. Like, maybe you can. I don't know. Anyways, here it is. Let's get it open. Please. I've always opened boxes like this. I wonder what does anyone else do that? Or is it just me? Because like, I mean, how else are you supposed to do it? You know what I mean, you kind of need to do it at least a little bit of the shaking and whatnot. All right, here we go. First, we got the G-Wolves. I forgot what's in here actually. I don't know what's in here. We got I'm guessing this is for. I don't know yet, but here it is. That's how it's going to look like right now. Download software. We got some stickers on the bottom of the mouse, and they actually gave us 3 this time. Oh, what the fudge? These aren't skates, are they? What the hell? I have a feeling those aren't skates. Are these for the side of the mouse? Okay, I'm not sure. Anyways. Why? What's the point of that? Okay, whatever. Anyways, they do come with 3 stickers on the bottom this time instead of 2, so that's cool. I don't know how that's just neat, I guess. That's better than, yeah. G-Wolf stock skates, which I've talked about before. They're really nice, actually. And then they also have these stock skates, which I don't know about these, but at the very least, I like their dot skates. And these, my guess, is for filling up the side holes. I don't know, because, I mean, I would think these are skates, but then they're just not skate textured in terms of the size. So that's my guess for now. We'll see. We got the grip tape that comes along with it. Very universal in term, and very I like how they cut it in many pieces. That does help with, like, you don't need, because not everyone wants grip tape in every single place. So that is going to be nice. And as per usual, we have the G-Wolves protective carrying case, which I do actually very like, and that, in my opinion, does add value to the justify more to the value at the very least. This time along, it doesn't come with a brush, so that's good, I think. Comes with the here, look. Oh, that's just, I thought this was an alcohol wipe. It is not. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's see. Still a little bit uneven. Like, you can tell they place it kind of like this. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, whatever. It's just You know, whatever. Anyways, it's fine. Let's get a look at it. Okay, they put in there. They give you this really bad USB-C cord. I think this is probably for charging only. They give you a dongle that's really, it's plugged in already too, or you know, like this. It's really it's basically the same as the other dongles, just like maybe a little bit different color. I'm fine with it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. The cord is also whatever too. It's not particularly flexible. It doesn't have the bent thing, you know, that makes it easier for cable drag, but it's not terrible. And then we have the carrying straps for the mouse thing if you want to use it, or the carrying case. And last but not least, and actually most importantly, obviously, we have the Fenrir Max Asym. Or is it just called the Fenrir Asym? I don't know. Probably just called the Fenrir Asym. Anyways, cables, I'm just get these out of the way. It's not like they're important. Let's take a look. Damn, that is so light. And whoa. My guess is those stickers are for here. I don't know, but damn, this thing is so strange. Comes with some G-Wolf stock skates already. And in terms of size, I have my HSK actually. Let me still get my HSK Pro. Give me a second actually. I totally forgot. I should definitely compare that immediately. This is my HSK Pro Ace. I actually, if you didn't see my video on it, I didn't really like it that much just because it felt like my pinky didn't have support, which is exactly why I got the Asym. And you can already tell by like it's immediately wider, which might be better for grip, as well as I got the Asym, so it has this support thing, which is maybe perfect for me. I don't know. But here's the comparison so far, and here's my BeastX, my WL mouse, not BeastX, sorry, but the Meow. It's about the same size actually, very similar size. The back being a little bit wider though, like that, so that might be better for grip. But yeah, damn, 20 grams, huh? Oh my god, yeah, that feels so light. I mean, don't get me wrong, this was light. Yeah, no, that's noticeably lighter. That's so crazy. That's crazy. When you think you couldn't get any lighter than this, you know what I mean? Like, this is so light for us. But when you compare them side by side, it's noticeable. It is noticeable. It's actually kind of insane how much of a big difference it feels. It probably, you know, obviously it really isn't the world difference, but like in terms of like, I feel like this feels heavy all of a sudden when instead of putting this, you know what I mean? Wow, look at that. Okay, sensor's gonna be sideways. I think I knew about that. I don't think whatever. Skates right there. God damn, this thing feels so, oh, this thing's so fragile. Yeah, this is so fragile in every place. And that's to be expected, but be careful, I guess. I don't know about the side structure, but at the very least, it does, you know. All right, let's get my first impressions on how it feels, clicks, and whatnot like that. So, scroll wheel. Oh. What the hell? I don't know how to explain it, but they're going to be different from the HSK ones. Less loud and like super tactile, but it's still tactile. Just not as tactile, which is maybe preference on it. Maybe honestly you might like, because this is kind of crazy tactile. I don't know. For me, I'm neutral about it. Maybe I prefer the older ones. I don't know. Clicks. Oh, these are Huano blue shells, aren't they? I should be. I can see. Yeah, I think they're Huano blue shells. I can't see. I can kind of see blue right there. I can't confirm though. That's just my feel. They feel like Huano blue shells. I don't know what I'm looking at actually. All right, I don't know, but to me, they very much feel like Huano blue shells. Yeah, they do. So that's my guess. In terms of feel and hand so far, wow. I can't wait to try this because this is basically my HSK, but like what I had. Oh, I don't have skates on this. The gripes I had with it in terms of like the fingertip grip style, and I didn't have so much support right here, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as me using my P6 Mini. And this one might be the game changer. I don't know. The side buttons are still there. It's actually going to be, I feel like, a little bit lower. Oh, you know what? That's something. What's really nice. That's super subtle, but it's kind of noticeable. Is the side buttons are going to be a little bit more protruding out. They're going to have like a circular edge. I don't explain it to you. Like the side buttons go like this. while the Fenrir ones kind of go flat instead. So that's actually be super useful, and something I really liked about my B6 Mini. So this might be my new favorite mouse. We'll see. But oh my god, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is so lightweight. It's insane. Dude, this is something else. Okay, okay. Time to getting to... I'll try it out, as well as trying... What's it called? Where's the dongle? It's this thing. It's right there. All right. Let's give it a go, though. I'm probably going to go check out the software, too. Turning it on is thankfully easier than turning on the... what's the HSK Pro? Yeah, like, what the fuck is that? Sorry. What is that? Anyways, let's see if I can pull up the... let's see if I can pull up this. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this thing. So I'm going up to their browser right now. Open driver, web driver. DPI is definitely lower than I'd like to be. It's like 800 right now. I can tell, it just feels really slow. Yeah, I was right. 16. Let's move it to 1600. What I've started playing at. Left click debounce. Let's turn that off. I forgot how they did this. Oh, it's just this and then... Okay, I'm stupid. Polling rate, let's keep it at 1000. Lift off, let's keep it low. Sleep time, just randomly high for now. Sensor angle, that is really cool. I do like to see that here. In terms of functionality, this seems to be pretty much like the best of the best, or macro. Let me see, is there a specific keyboard function? Because if I wanted to be a specific keyboard, that's like the only thing I would ask for. So far, I don't see a specific like key, like I can't set it to like F, you know what I mean? Or M or anything like that, and that's actually kind of a big miss. Maybe you could set a macro, but that's just a little annoying. That's okay, that's a little minor nitpick, but I wish we could do that. Maybe we'll see that later, I don't know. Other than that, nothing much to comment on. It seems fairly regular. I'll have to update the firmware and everything, but for now, let's just get my first impressions on what I think about it, because that's kind of what's more important. So, man, I'm gonna put on the gaming armor sleeve just because it's more representative of how I usually use this. Usually I would just give a mice a go and see how they feel, but I do want to see how this feels in terms of with an arm sleeve on the Guardian. So I'm playing on the lightest mouse probably possible right now, on the fastest glass pad, and one of the fastest skates, if not the fastest skates, because G-Wolf stock skates are pretty good, honestly. Okay, immediately I notice when I pick up the mouse and do like this, let me not do it with this one, that has no skates on it. I notice I'm kind of scraping the sides of the mouse because here's how when I pick up my mouse and I move it, I kind of do like this weird, thing where like I don't just do this. I don't do this. I do like this. I kind of like, and I notice immediately I'm scratching like this side right here. So that might be a little problematic. I'm sure it's okay, but something to keep note of. I already missed a shot. That's not a good sign. All right. Oof. First time, as well as, so I still have to get used to, so. But in terms of comfort feel, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely giving me that pinky comfort, what I was talking about, so that might help a lot, actually. It's just something I'm not used to, for sure. Like, it still feels, this is like pure fingertip. And that's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know, there's something I've been expecting. What is it? There's something kind of off about it. I think what it is I'm expecting my thumbs to go right here where the side buttons are, and I want to go more forward, but then the side buttons are there and it feels wrong. So I do that. I don't know. Like example right here. Now the side button feels like it's too much on my thumb. Well, this is where I want it to be because it's right under my, you know what I mean? Like I can push on it. But I feel like it's a little too high now, so I want to go to here. But then there's the side button issue, which is probably minimal. I can probably get used to it. I maybe just need some time on it. It's definitely weird, though. Definitely so weird to use because it's just first time using it. Damn, this thing's light, though. Damn, this is so light, dude. This is insane. Now, this really is getting as close as it is with using just like your hand. One thing I do notice is you do notice these clicks right here on the side, like, you know, they're the holes. Um, if you don't click right here exactly, and most people probably don't exactly, but I imagine you'll get used to it. Simply because I have the same problem with the WL mouse meow. I've also had this texture problem I've kind of felt. But I've kind of gotten used to it, so I feel like I'd get used to it as well. And also maybe those sticker things, maybe that's for that, I don't know. And grip tape. Grip tape is always an option as well. Oh man. At the very least, the weight alone is making this so much more like nicer. Don't get me wrong, these are very lightweight mouse. In fact, they're really lightweight. Like it's not so significant in terms of like, you know what I mean? But to go from lightweight, super lightweight to like practically nothing, or like, you know what I mean? Like practically nothing, it just feels cool. Good, feels good, I guess. It's not like a buy it now, buy it now. I'm just saying it just feels different. Like it is noticeable. All right. I'm definitely have to give this more a go. Definitely need some practice on it as well. This is kind of just my first impressions in terms of like feel for shape. All right. So my current thoughts on the Fenrir Asym. It's wider, which I don't know if I like actually. I do like this pinky thing right here because that was my problem with this one, right? Is that the pinky thing, I just didn't have much pinky support. I don't know, maybe I need to give it a go again. I'm not sure. I might have broken the scroll wheel though, so I'm kind of sad about that if I did. So maybe I won't be able to. But at the very least, this is definitely super interesting and definitely a contender, as in like maybe my new main. We'll see. We'll have to see. I'll have to give it more of a go, give it some time, like how I'm giving out the WL mouse meow. I've also been liking this one. I'm not sure if I like it more than my V6 Mini yet, but in the same way, I will have to test this. But impressions, super lightweight, insane for that if you're chasing that lightweight, you know. But it does come with compromises. That is, of course, tiny ass battery, 100 milliamps. It's probably gonna die a lot faster. I don't know how much it'll last or how long, but you know, always it's probably not that great assuming it's 100 milliamps. It's only a certain limit. The battery, the side buttons are a little bit better in terms of like the placement. They also feel more like mechanical switches than these feel more like opticals, or these feel more like mechanical in terms of like snappiness, whatever. And one thing I do like about them is they're more recessed, kind of like how the V6 Minis are flat instead of the HSK Pro ones where it's like has like a round ending around, you know, a circular ending. But I still personally would want to try a mouse with no side buttons, because for me, I just want to, like, I don't know, the side buttons are nice and I will probably use them, but I do want to try one without any side buttons at all, because it just feels, it still is a bump. It's still, you know what I mean? It still affects how I aim. I don't know. I would like to try one without, but that's kind of a preference thing. But other than that, I guess, you know, of course I'm worried about the structural integrity in terms of game. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to break this, like, unless like I don't know. I'm sure if I sit on it, yeah, but like I don't think it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? Like in use, I don't death grip my mouse, nor do I like smash it. You know what I mean? Like you can feel, like I would be worried about. Yeah, you can see it kind of bend right there, but like, you know what I mean? You kind of have to purposely break it, I guess. It's not like, you know, it's what you'd expect. It's not so worrying that it's just gonna fall apart. It's so far. I don't know, obviously, that's just my first impressions. But yeah. That's gonna be the Fenrir Asym. Interesting shape. Gotta be a little bit wider than the HSK Pro, as well as having that finger cut out, that finger holding thing. So if you've been having that issue where like it was like me, I think I had issues with that for a bit, where like I didn't have any grip with that. This might be the answer to it. It's also a little bit wider, so if you were holding too close, like I think I also had that issue too, where I felt like I was holding a little too much. I had to like strain my hand in order to do it. This does feel a lot more relaxed, kind of closer to meow as well, where it's like, you know, you don't have to like go like here, you know, but like it's just kind of like in your hand. So definitely up there. Gotta give this a go. If you want a full review of this, I totally leave a comment below that you would like to see, or like and sub, either or. It all lets me know that you appreciate this content and whatnot like that. So, oh, that's a sticky battery thing. Is that for like replacing this battery thing? Is that what that is? Like the comes with like these like, I lost it. It's interesting. Okay. That's gonna get dust really quickly. That's a little annoying, but other than that, I don't know. It's kind of crazy how much we pay for these things, but then again, these are super custom essentially. Have I not been holding it in front of the camera this entire time? I really hope I've not been holding it right here this entire time, because like the camera's like right here. If I have been, shit. But hopefully the video's been watchable. But yeah, that's gonna be the Fenrir Asym Max. The size of my hands, I think I'm 19 by 10, so you can get a feeling for it in terms of like that, and in terms of hand size, in terms of how it looks over my hand, kind of like this. So decent. I think maybe if my hands were a little bit smaller, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. That's just speculation. Anyways, that's gonna be my video. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos, if you want to see a review, like and comment, stuff, blah, 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 you know what they say. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave down in the comments below. But other than that, I think that's gonna be my video. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
He wants this. Wait, watch this. Here, I'm a sign.
Why that way? Why that way?